Hello everyone, we're back with another vlog, bit of a different one this time.
We're not on holiday. We are in a hotel.
Yeah. What hotel are we in?
The Halifax Hall Hotel.
Yeah, over near the peak. I think we're technically classed as Sheffield at the moment. It's my birthday weekend, hence the decorations down there.
She's turning 19.
I am turning 19, my last year of teens. It's a bit scary actually. Don't know how I feel about that. But thought we'd vlog because tomorrow is my actual birthday and we have a bit of a special day planned. We are doing a Highland Cow experience over with Highland Cows of the Peaks, I think is what it's called. I don't know. But yeah, so we've got that tomorrow. We've got our bougie outfits on, ready for dinner.
Buttoned up yet.
Well, no, she's not got it buttoned up yet. Ready for dinner, because we're going to eat in the hotel tonight, and then we've got breakfast as well. We'll obviously show you. Sorry, we'll obviously
Double chin.
we'll obviously show you what we have for food. I don't know what we're having yet. We've got Matilda on in the background whilst we wait because our reservation's at 7:30 and it's 6:20, so we've just got a bit of time to spare, chilling in the room. We'll show you our dinner, and then we will hopefully get lots of cute footage tomorrow of all the different Highland Cows, and we should hopefully be seeing some of the calves as well.
Fingers crossed. I think they've got a couple of new babies.
So fingers crossed, we'll have a nice day looking at all the little cows. And then as well, to add to the birthday weekend, don't know if Mother told you this, we might be getting a cheeky KFC.
Yeah, I discussed this in the car with her this morning.
Okay, she did know that. So, weekend of food, but hey, it's the birthday weekend. You've got to celebrate it. So, yes, we will show you what we have at dinner, what the vibe is like downstairs, and yeah. Anything else?
No, I don't think so.
No.
I've been at work all day, so I'm a bit tired.
Enjoying a little lie down.
Yeah.
Yes, we'll be back to show you the food. So we have the menu. Me and Katie, I think, are going for the burger. Are you going for the burger? Both going for the burger, except I expect Katie will be taking out the pickles, the lettuce, the onion, the mayonnaise, and the pickled slaw. So Katie will have a plain burger, and I won't. Mother, what are you having? Scampi and chips? Maybe the scampi and chips, maybe something else. What are you having? Ooh, Dad might be having the burger as well. We have our burger on sourdough bread with all the yummy things inside of it, with some big chips which I just put some salt on and some coleslaw, but that's what the normal bun looks like, with a bit less coleslaw and a bit less chips because Mother's already tucked into it. Katie's got hers, but without anything in it, and the coleslaw will be disappearing. And then Father has the exact same as well, but it looks yummy. We are back up in the room. We've had some food. I've still got a little bit of my cider left. I can't lie. I had a cheeky mango and passion fruit cider. I had a peach schnapps whilst I was actually having my meal. Katie had a Malibu and lemonade. Mum had a peach schnapps and Dad had his beer. But yeah, we just come back to the room. I was allowed to open my present tonight, just because, I don't know, guess they brought it, so I thought I may as well open it tonight, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, the first thing I opened up was my card, which said, "Heard it's your birthday," with a Highland Cow on, because obviously tomorrow we're off to see the Highland Cow, so quite fitting. And it's obviously got Highland Cow on the inside as well. So that was from my mum, dad and sister. And then also got a little birthday badge, so I'll have to make sure I wear that tomorrow. Well, I'll try to anyway. But the main present I opened up is the cutest thing. Oh, here we go. We have my Highland Cow, my massive Highland Cow. That is kind of a Valentine's Day one because it says me and Moo. But he's super cute, he's adorable. As per usual, Katie made sure she picked out the cutest one. Obviously they're all adorable, but he's massive. I absolutely love him. Decided to call him Big Mac, because on the Facebook page of Highland Cows of the Peak, their big like bull Highland cow is called Big Mac, so I think I'm going to call him that. But he's super cute. He's really... Oh, hello, Katie.
Hello, I'm not naked. I promise I'm not naked.
She's in her pyjamas. Just getting ready for bed, really, but I thought I'd film before I got myself ready. But yeah, he's massive and I love him. I don't know if I'm going to have him at home or if I'm going to take him to uni. I might take him to uni so he can come with me and sit on my bed, because I do actually have a Highland Cow pillow on my bed at uni that says home is where the herd is. So I think he'd look super cute on there. But yeah, so I'm super happy with him, and I can't wait to steal the actual cows tomorrow, because I've had a bit of a Highland Cow obsession recently. I don't know what it is. We've got Highland Cow pictures in our bathroom. We've recently got a Highland Cow... Excuse me, Highland Cow... What is it called? Like, kitchen chopping board. That's the one. Do you have Highland Cows in your room? No. I nearly bought our massive Highland Cow picture behind my bed, but I didn't in the end. I ended up going with something else. But at uni, obviously, like I said, I've got my Highland Cow pillow, and then I've also got kitchen mats and like coasters with Highland Cows on. So yeah, I've got a bit of a Highland Cow obsession at the minute, but he's so cute. Oh, and as well, actually, I'd completely forgotten. For Christmas, our dad bought us a t-shirt each that said, what did it say? Crazy.
Messy hair don't care.
Messy hair don't care. And it's like a colourful Highland Cow on it. So yeah, definitely got a bit of a Highland Cow obsession at the moment. But I've just obviously opened him up. It's, I don't know what the time is, 11:04, so I'm only 18 for 55 minutes, which is a bit scary, but I'm buzzing. Can't wait for tomorrow to see the Highland Cows, and hopefully we'll get some little cow cuddles, because they did say that you might be able to get some little cow cuddles with the different calves, so hopefully, fingers crossed. And I'm hoping it's not going to rain. That's like the main fingers crossed, but if not, it's still going to be a super cute day seeing all the cows, and I just can't wait. Good morning, everyone. Today is the day we are finally seeing all the cows. I've got my little birthday badge on. I've just had at breakfast, the one that my mum and family everyone gave me yesterday, and then obviously got my birthday banner back on. I probably will take the birthday banner off whilst I'm with the cows, obviously, because I don't really want a cow nibbling at my birthday sash. But it's very cute. I've obviously still got Big Mac next to me. There wasn't enough room for him in the bed last night with me and Katie, but he had a nice little chair seat, so he slept all right. He's excited to go see all his brothers and sisters today, me and Moo. But yeah, we've just had breakfast. Forgot to film anything, I can't lie, but me and Katie both had bacon, sausage and fried egg, and then some toast, and I don't know what Mum had, like, how's it called, like, I don't know, I was going to say Benedict's eggs, but I feel that's completely wrong. Dad had some other version of a full English breakfast as well, but it was actually very nice. This hotel is actually completely student run, because literally right across there, if I turn the camera around, you'll half be able to see. That is literally, I don't know if it's Uni of or Sheffield Hallam, but either way, that's literally uni accommodation, and this entire hotel is uni run, so it's pretty weird actually. But anyways, it's a really nice hotel actually, perfect location, and obviously for what we're doing today, it's literally 3 miles away, so definitely a nice stay. So we're gonna just finish getting ready, check out, and then go see all the cows. Quick side note,
We're wearing the same outfit.
Entirely the same outfit. We have the same sweatshirt, same trousers, and the same shoes on. That was accidental. Shoes and trousers probably would have been the same anyways, but the same top. I feel like it's pretty obvious as well, it's the same top. I've obviously hidden it sort of, temporarily. And it will obviously be inside our coats, but... Oopsies. Oopsies! We have arrived. We're all suited and booted in our wellies and walking boots, aren't we? Ready to see the cows. There's cows. Cowie. Turkeys. Turkeys.
Oh no, they're all good.
And more cows over there. Out the cow. Knee deep in mud.
Courage. That's nice. Has he got yogurt in his porridge? Sounds yummy. What else has he got?
There's a little white cow. And then another cow down there.
But you're not going to rush to go and see this one.
And then this cow.
Not in that one.
Mighty cows.
Hey guys, I had to make a slight diverse, alright? We've got two inquisitive little boys there, I'll tell you all about them.
Oh. Yes, no one just said.
Hi cows. Hi cows.
So, we're currently in a field of sheep as well. So, she's 4 years old, but she's quite petite for her age. We do have a lot of 3-year-olds in this field that are a lot larger than her, and that's because she was put in calf too early. So with Highlands, you usually only start breeding them once they reach 3 years old. They're quite a slow maturing breed, because as soon as you start breeding them, what they eat goes into milk rather than fat reserve, and it stunts them, so her horn growth hasn't been great, but we still really like her. You'll be meeting her calf in the barn later on, in that lick bucket within an inch of her life. She's not letting that go for anyone. Really phased.
Pretty chilled, isn't she?
Yeah. They are docile, but when they're on one, they're on one. I had a tour 2 days ago and it was foggy, you could barely see a hand in front of your face, so I'm all right. They do just love being scratched. Do you want to get in as well? Yeah. So we affectionately call her Nabs, which means not a bonny sight, because she's got a wonky horn. So her story is, we bought her from Pollock Country Park in Glasgow. When she was a calf, she jumped off one of their cattle trailers and banged her head, and she took a bit of her horn off, and that trauma's led to her horn growing like that.
I was quite happy.
She's very hormonal at the minute, so she is due to calve within the next week or two. As you can imagine, in terms of the hierarchy, she's down there. She sort of gets pushed from pillar to post. So what you tend to see is the more dominant ones all congregate together, and the more submissive ones sort of congregate in their own little patches where they're not going to be disturbed by anyone. But she's harmless. She's just a little bit jumpy at the minute, and it's because she's a heifer. She's never had a calf before. She doesn't know what's going on, and she's just had a bird pecking at her stomach. So yeah, we'll have to try and get her in today, which I'm sure would be entertaining. There are so many names of sort of similar characteristics from a fold. They added the colour in there for a bit of variation. She's our most skittish Highland, that's why I'm sort of stood at this point.
You wouldn't think it when you look at
wouldn't,
it.
you wouldn't expect it, but we've owned her for 2.5 years, never been able to stroke her, ever. Cannot physically get a hand on her. If I sort of approach her space any further, she will just get up and run away. So we don't have a problem with that because she doesn't actively seek us out to cause us any upset, but we do have a couple that like to come and headbutt me when I'm on tours and things like that, so they're on my go away list, but it's if I get listened to. But she causes no harm, and she is what breeders will class as the perfect Highland. So she's got really slender and symmetrical horns, she's got a really squat muzzle, she's got nice stocky shoulders, she's got stocky legs, and she's got an absolutely huge backside. That is what breeders look for in a Highland, and she's got it, but we've not got a cat's chance in hell of showing her because she won't let us even touch her. But as we go around, we will also be meeting her sister, who we have shown, who has very similar attributes as well, because they were sired by the same bull, and the bull's input in terms of traits is a lot higher than what a cow's input is, so bulls tend to transmit more of their characteristics. That's why it's so important to pick a bull that you like. I'm undecided on him. I like him sometimes, and other days I don't. He's a little bit needy with me. He likes to use me as a scratching post, which isn't the best all the time. But yeah, she's absolutely lovely. It's just such a shame. And I've tried to work with her before, and I've just had a swift kick, so I've just given up now. It's not worth it. But she's also heavily in calf, so we've got 3 cows in here due to calve imminently. We've got Ruailey, Barabel, and then we've got Claghorn who's sat next to the bull. Believe it or not, the calf is not hers. The calf is the dun cow stood there,
Yeah.
but the calf is bumbling around any cow that she can get near that isn't her mother. I think she's a bit confused. And that calf was sired by the 4th of Glengarnock. So we've got 3 cows called Claghorn, and they've all got their own little quirks. They're all a little bit quirky. We call her Kicky Karen. She has never successfully kicked a member of the public because I don't allow her anywhere near the public, but she's kicked me a couple of times. It's not the worst thing in the world, but I wouldn't sign up for it again.
No.
The reason we own her is because she's an exceptional example of the breed as well. She's really stocky, she's got great breeding characteristics, she does really well at shows. But the Glengarnock fold of cows from Scotland, they're known for producing feisty cattle. So if we just move this, I would love to offer you the chance to stroke her, but you won't get there. With calves, they trust you within the first couple of hours of their life, and then you have to tag their ears and they hate you for the rest of their life pretty much until you wean them and they associate you with food. So she's stunning. So she weighed 35 kilograms, which you wouldn't say is a lot, but Highlands, they're typically sort of 20 to 25 kilos at birth, so she was quite a hefty calf, I know, because I struggled to pick her up. But she's lovely, and she'll end up being a red Highland, so they're born typically a little bit lighter than what the true colouring is. So she'll shed all of that baby fur eventually, and you'll see some of our older calves that you're going to be brushing, they look a little bit tufty because they've got bits of baby fur and bits of adult fur, and they look a little bit wild. But she's very, very sweet, and I'm hoping that in time she will start to trust us. A lot of the time I end up coming into the field and going round on my hands and knees, like trying to coax them up after a couple of months. You're not always successful, but I have a feeling we will be with her, because a lot of them you can't even get this sort of distance to, which is nice. Or she thinks she's got the henchman looking after her. I'm not quite sure. Which then brings me on to the bull. So his name is Fed by all of Wainsmore. That translates to the gentleman. So We just call him Big Mac because it rolls off the tongue a little bit better. He is our stock bull. We've only had him a year, and this year was his first breeding season. And I won't lie to you, he's not very good at his job. So, putting it delicately, if he came in summer, it would have been an absolute nightmare to watch because he usually waited until I had a trailer full of children to do anything that he was meant to do. Another issue with him was a stock bull of his age. It's his first year, so you give him a smaller number of cows. We've got about 12 cattle in here. He should have been able to do them all within 2 months. He went in at the end of April. We were only able to take him out at the end of November. So we're going to be carving for 7 months. And we have gradually introduced a couple more numbers into him, but he will get a little bit better. He's got a good temperament. He has his moments, but it's always with his handlers, never with members of the public. It's because we're familiar to him. But he's a very handsome chap. So the key characteristics of a Highland bull versus a cow, without looking at anything else, is the body composition. So he's got a lot broader shoulders and neck. He's got a more squat face, and he's got fatter horns. So bull's horns, they're a lot thicker and wider set, and they tend to point forwards or slightly downwards. His have taken a little bit of an upward turn. He looks a little bit sweet, and there's also the nose ring. So it's recommended for you to have your bulls nose ringed by the age of 12 months. It's not a legal requirement, but it is a requirement if you ever plan on showing them. And basically it's to allow you to exert control. So if he started going crazy for any reason, all I'd have to do is pull on that nose ring and he would stop, because it releases endorphins. It replicates the phlegm response. So that's where when they're trying to detect the right hormones to breed, they curl back their upper lip and go. Dogs, cats and all sorts do it. It just looks a lot more pronounced in the bulls. And I'm just looking at calf.
Such a pretty face.
So we've got quite a bolshy Highland heading our way, but don't be alarmed. She is very sweet. Come on then, Lily Alice, if you're going to make your way up, or did you just want to move Clegorm? So this is Clegorm, the 63rd of Glengarnock. I'll introduce you to her first because she is going to get moved on very swiftly. Oh, lovely. That is a pregnancy pack. So she is practically fit to burst any moment now. She's a 3-year-old Highland. She doesn't normally like people, but as you can see, in her heavily pregnant state, she's getting She's getting a lot better, I was going to say. We've got on her tail a device. It's called a nuchal. If you want to come this way, and then I can show you what I mean. Around this side with our lovely sloppy mess. If you want to come around this end, you're all right too. So this device, what it does is senses movement in the tail that indicates she could be calving. Them getting worms is just to shave it off, and she'll be fine.
Mind the back.
Hello. Right, that's what you came for. So this is Lily Alice of Laruha. So Lily Alice is the first ever Highland that we owned, and it's her fault we're in this sort of mess with Highlands in the first place. So she was an anniversary gift from my boss to his wife. We liked her that much, we ended up getting more. It was only ever meant to be her, and that was it, because we've also got Dexter cattle, so she could have lived with those perfectly happily. But then it just ended up spiralling. My boss is quite an impulsive man. So Lily Alice, she's a good example of the breed. She's got an exceptional head of horns, and the reason I'm not flinching from her head is because I have a lot of trust in her. I don't have 100% trust, but I can normally read her mood and behaviour and things like that. So she is quite affectionate, as you can see. She is a bit of a nutter. You'll be meeting her calf in the barn. She's just very, very needy. She's been shown. So she's got a nice flat tabletop back, she's got a good head of horn, she's got good stocky leg, and she's got good width. But we'll never show her again, because the last time my boss showed her, she got the curve of her horn wedged it in his backside and lifted him off the floor on top of her head. And these guys are immensely strong. It's like our 6-month-old calf that you're going to meet in the barn. She managed to take a gate off the hinges with just her neck because she got her head stuck in it. So, am I not doing it right or something?
Stopped. Yeah.
But guys, you are welcome if you want to stroke her on the back end, just in case she whips her head round too much. Because basically it's what she came over for anyway. And then I'll sort of slowly move away. And then when we decide we're going to go and see some other cows, I'm going to have to leave James with her. Otherwise she will follow us round. She's got quite a cheeky face. So she's only 4 years old like Morag, but you can see the difference in sort of development, especially with the horns and the body size, which is great to see. Sorry. Right.
Oh, she's off.
Who are you choosing? Who's your choice? She quite likes men more than women. No offence to us ladies, but she does have quite a bit of a preference for the male members of staff at least. But as you can see, she is just lovely. And she is well behaved most of the time. She has her moments, but she's quite easy to get control over. But we'll head off and we'll meet some more when you're ready. But if you want to give her a bit more fuss, you can do. You're going to be stuck with her.
Yeah, no worries.
So there you go. That's your job now.
Give the head puppy.
No,
She's good.
You just need to scratch an egg. That's all she wants.
No.
There we go.
There we go. Good girl.
You see their face and you
Yeah, you just want to squeeze it, don't you?
Too far. Yeah, I was going to say. Right, enjoy your day in the field. Thank you. Nice knowing you.
Yeah, you're not going to get rid of her now, so enjoy. Bought her in October, so we went to Oban. I'm going to Oban next week to buy more Highlands. And she was in calf obviously, so we ended up buying her, and she's quite a petite Highland herself as well. She's 6 years old, so she's very, very stunted, but as you can see, she's produced an amazing calf. A common trend you see with cattle is that your more slim calves tend to rear larger cows, tend to rear larger calves. Your larger cows tend to rear slimmer calves because they're conserving a lot of that energy for themselves, not the milk quality. So for instance, Lily Alice, she's quite a large Highland. Her calves never end up being much, whereas Cookie's producing an absolute stonker of a calf, and she's quite slim herself. She's been on supplement feed just to build herself back up. But we brought her in and she didn't enjoy herself, so we chucked her back out again. Highlands aren't built for the indoors. You only really bring them in if you've got health concern, and then once they settle you can just take them back out. They can withstand down to -30, and the calves, they don't need a lot of other breeds of cattle. You buy calving jackets for them because when they're just bumbling around they get very sensitive to the cold. Highlands have got 2 layers of fur that are really thick that help keep them insulated. With the adult fur, what happens is there's sort of a water repellent coating on the outside. It's quite oily, so when it rains the water sort of just beads off, which is quite handy for keeping them nice and warm, especially during the winter months. And now we're going to have to just observe the ring feeder squad, but we'll walk round. I'm not going to walk you through. Yeah. So this is Roalie again. Cow's move. Quite mobile now. So this is Rueli's half sister. So her name is Ivy Blossom of Hart Hill. As you can see, they've got quite similar characteristics. They're both very large cows. They've got good squat faces, symmetrical horns, flat backs, big bums. So that's what they've inherited from their father. Ivy Blossom, she has been our show cow for this year, so she's been to over 25 different shows up against Cairngorm, and she never got less than a third. So she did really, really well. I won't lie, she has been purple shampooed within an inch of her life, because that's what the showing scene is. It is all about preening and making them look perfect. With our show cows, what we do is run them in a heifer group. So we separate them out until they're ready to go to the bull, and that consists of 1-year-olds, 2-year-olds and 3-year-olds. So she was top dog in that field. She was the biggest, she had the biggest horns, and she's come in here and she's been knocked down a peg or two. Plus, with show cows, you get them in every week and you give them the full beauty treatment. And that consists of getting them in and brushing all the dry muck off them. You then pressure wash them. Our pressure washer has a heat and pressure setting, so we're not taking the skin off them like they're a paving slab. We then shampoo them, condition them, we blow dry them, we back comb them, we hairspray them, we tint the colouring of the coat if we need to, so with your black Highlands, any sort of sun bleaching that comes through, you need to tint that to be solid black. You then sand down the feet, sand down the horns, polish them both. You think you're done, they'll poo on each other in the trailer, and you've got to do it all again on show day anyway. And then on show day you find the centre parting and brush outwards, so they've got a nice sort of central spine with some fur either side, and then you brush up against that so they look like a box. That's what they're looking for. That's not necessarily my preferred way to see a Highland, to be honest. I like to see them as they are in the field, but that's the showing scene. So when we go to Oban to buy Highland cattle, they are usually higher priced because they're from stronger bloodlines with a stronger history. What we do is go to the market a couple of days before so we can see them as they actually are versus in the ring, because they do end up looking a lot better than when you get them home. But yeah, they're very sweet. And then the black cow that we're not going to get sight and a sound of is my favourite cow. Her name's Lizzie the Third of Steam, so you'll be meeting her calf in the barn, and it's highly likely I'll be getting that calf out for you to walk around as well, because she's very friendly like her mum. She's the eldest and she's the boss. She's an 11-year-old Highland. She's incredibly docile, very, very sweet. She's just got every attribute you don't want from a Highland. What you want, as I've mentioned every time, is a big juicy backside. She's got a skinny bum, big belly, long face and wonky horns. So she's not really ticking any of the boxes, but we want friendly cows and she definitely ticks that box. But when she's eating, you're not going to get anything from her. So I've only managed within the last month to be able to introduce 2 groups to her, because every time I'm in this field she's eating. But that's her prerogative. I mean, she's obviously got a calf to feed, but she is one of the last to calve, but she's one of the biggest. She just does not stop grazing. She's an apple-shaped cow. That's how I think it. And then next to her, the back end is probably the nicest one of this cow. That is my arch nemesis. Her name is Cairngorm the 66th of Glengarnock, and she's head butty Heather. So it's great that she's not facing us. Several times I've been on a tour, and out of nowhere she's just decided to clonk me and move me out of the way. I've not done anything to her, but now I'm never going to build a rapport with her because I just don't get anywhere near, because it's not nice. Again, Glengarnock fold, feisty cows. But what we do with our cows is we put them through a probation period. We try and get a calf out of them, see how they are after they calve, because they can change, and then if not, we'll just sell them and the calf, or we'll wean the calf and then sell the mum. But it depends. But she's definitely on probation, that one. I'm not over keen on her.
Oh.
We'll just prep that.
She heard you talking about it.
Yeah, she knows. She knows. She's not very She's not as bad with it now, she's not as forthcoming, but I do sort of just have to sometimes jump and go crazy in front of her. But we'll keep moving. And then at the back we've got Ailey Harris III of Findoney. She's our largest Highland, so she weighs about 670 kilos. She's a good example of big cow, small calf. She reared an incredibly small calf this year, and she's very, very jumpy. She's got a good strong head of horns on her, and with the sheer size of her, I thought she'd be one of the bosses. I thought when she came in she'd have secured a place, but she's not. She's sort of in the middle. She's a middle grounder, but she's getting there. But it's nice to see them going round in a merry-go-round. So the way it goes with the ring feeder is Lola's the boss, Ailey's probably in the middle and Ivy's at the bottom, and because they're just chasing each other around, it just ends up being like a merry-go-round. But yeah, with my arch nemesis, you probably noticed in her face she's got quite a narrow, long face. I just think she's ugly, to be honest. By way of Highland, I tend to say it how it is. I don't mean to ever offend anyone.
Oh, right.
Last one to me is Una. Una's fine, she's lovely. I love Una. Hello. So this is Una Zoe of Chedley. Una is the mother of Stubbs, who was just popping by to say hello. She's an 8-year-old Highland. She went to Great Yorkshire Show this year. Her first show, and it will also be her last show. So with her, what happened was she's all right until you get her on a head collar. As soon as you get her on a halter, she's not happy whatsoever. And if I'm being critical, her horns are a little bit thick. Thicker horns in a Highland are associated with masculinity. They don't tend to do as well. But we thought we'd give it a go, and it was 30-degree heat. With Great Yorkshire, you get there on the Monday, you don't leave until the Friday. Even though we're only showing the Tuesday, they don't let you take your stock off. So her and Stubbs got heat stroke because they wouldn't allow us to move the stock off. And then as soon as they found that the calf had heat stroke, they allowed us to leave the show, but it took 3.5 hours to actually get out the show because all the stewards were saying you can't go.
And her colouring isn't going to help.
Yeah, exactly. And because we tint them as well, and she was absolutely sweltering, she ended up rubbing against us, and all the tint just wiped down our white show coats, which wasn't great, but easy on the goods, love. But yeah, as you can see, the light's scratching as well. But she is very, very nice. She's quite a petite Highland. She's one of the shortest ones that we've got as well. But as you can imagine, it took us a while to actually tint her as well because she's got quite a lot of red running through her. Yeah. Are you quite finished? So what we'll do as soon as I move Una is hop back onto the trailer and meet some of the young ones. Come on. No. Right. If you guys just stand. You just stand sort of in this line. Come on. Let's pick one down. You can rub against it, but I will just drive with you whether you're there or not. She'll be sort of a tigery sort of Highland, she is. That's little Lily Alice. And then this is little Wendrina, and you'll meet her mother shortly as well. And then out here we've got little Lizzie. Very friendly, like so Lola at the ring feeder, that's her calf from this year. This is your opportunity to get a little bit more hands-on with these guys. You can touch them on the faces because we've been working with them, they're a lot more tame. Help yourself to hay from the wheelbarrow and brushes. You can cut the fringes, do whatever you want. I'm going to have a little go around with Lizzie, see if she's chilled out, and then if she is, we'll have a little walk around with her. Yeah? I'll shut the doors.
Hello. I lost the cow. Too late. Say hello. Hello. I'll get you some more. You like that? Do you like them? You like them? The tongue. There you go. You're very cute. You're very cute. Would you like some? Do you want them? Is she messing up your hair? Getting your hair done. Got some nice hair now. Nice and soft. I think give you nice fresh hair. Hello. Would you like some food?
It's funny, sometimes people find
Would you like some? Don't you feel left out? Do you want some more? I'll get you some more. Not bad. Some more for you. Oh. Still one more. Itchy, itchy. Rough and tumble. Do you want some hay? No. Oh. Hello. Maybe. No. Okay. Silly.
Silly sausage. What are you doing?
Got nice hair now. Do you want the food?
Do you like it back?
What are you looking for? You're silly. You're silly. What are you looking for? Look at that neck. Hello. Hello. I'll get more.
If you want to try and hold her now, she's not near the hay bowl.
Oh, I will in a second.
So if you have, is it on? This hand just like that, and then the rest of it in the other hand. If she pulls, just let her go. She can't get very far. Feel free to walk around with her. If she wants to walk, she will. If you just give her a little pull in the direction you want her to go, she will follow. Yeah.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Well, I tried, but when I tried,
Hello, cow. You look at me. Yes, it's a camera. That's my hair. Yeah. Hello. You hungry? My handbag. That's right. Hello. Hello. You're cute. You're cute.
Katie and her cow friend. Hello.
Probably the best way for me not to get pushed.
Yes.
Just down there. She won't get them anyway.
Give us some of these if you want.
Because she's stressed, she's taking me as a threat. I was just trying to get her out. That's why I
They love these.
to stop her. But she's all right now. Oh. Right. That's
Yeah.
imagine her mother's not got the best status.
She's probably thinking, don't put me in there. She's probably thinking, don't put me in there.
Yeah, I've just seen exactly the other one.
That's my spot. She's like, "Oh, yeah."
So if we keep her on a nice slack halter, she can get her to sit down. Now get her some water as well. No feeding there, sorry darling. Would you guys like to meet some of our older girls?
Yeah.
And some of our Dexters, because they're quite good characters. So we'll head out, and I'll leave James to tend with Iris.
Bye. Bye. Bye, cowies.
So this is Shona, and this is Gruffalo. And I won't lie, Gruffalo is the bull I trust the least on the farm because he doesn't like anyone. If we come into his space, he starts panicking. It's not necessarily an aggressive thing, but it is something we'll have to watch. But he is quite new, so he needs to settle. But by contrast, my favourite bull is next door, sat on that side. Hello. This is Strawberry. And I know it's Strawberry because she ripped her ear tag out the other day, so we've got to re-tag her ears.
Ah.
So she's very affectionate.
Oh.
Oh, it'll come off. And then round this side. It's very friendly. And then we've got Brownlow the bull. So this is the friendliest bull on the farm. He's that sweet that I cuddle him, and you shouldn't really cuddle a bull. Yeah, he's got lovely curly hair, and compared to Cuthbert, the other bull in here, he's a lot larger, but he's a lot softer. I'm going to try and get his attention. But he's a sucker for a chin scratch, and he foams at the mouth when you do it as well. Hello. Fell out with it a minute. I don't know what I've done. But these guys are great fun. So these are like our original cows. They are mad, as you can see. They're very, very friendly. I think a lot of it is we don't see them as threatening as the Highlands because they haven't got huge horns. But speaking of Saltwood as a small town, we had a date to go through farm shop and then we went up. And that was 3 years ago. We fell in love with her and she will never ever ever enter the future. We've got several cows like that. She is lovely. feed them in a certain order with their little buckets to make sure everyone gets what they need. But yeah, our calves unfortunately inherited that sort of social standing. But they're pretty chilled out. These girls, they've got arthritis, the teeth aren't what they used to be. So they're sort of in here just for a bit of recuperation until we get them a little bit stronger. They are hefty girls, but we could do with putting a bit more condition. But yeah, that's nice. Still flat. He's just busy eating at the minute.
Hello everyone, if you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I know this video was a bit of a different one, but I thought it might be nice to kind of share my birthday experience with you all, because it's not exactly something you do every day. And as you probably saw from the last clips, we had an absolutely amazing time, especially when we got to like cuddle and interact with all the little calves. That was absolutely amazing. I'd definitely say it's an experience I'd recommend. And it was probably the best thing I could do for my 19th birthday. Nice day out with all the family. I just thought I'd pop on and say that if you're looking to do it yourself, we actually did the deluxe Highland Cow experience, which is counted as a VIP experience, and I've got it up on my website. It's this one, the deluxe Highland Cow experience. Now it is slightly more expensive because we did the one where you rent out your own kind of trailer and get your own VIP experience. So it was £300 to £360, and you can have 2 to 6 people, and obviously you get like a private tour. We got to cuddle the coos. They called it like a Highland Coo safari. So basically we drove around, obviously as you saw, looked at all the cows. Meadow Mooch, that was when we walked around and had all the information, and then that's after when we went back and saw the little Highland calf. So that was amazing. I definitely recommend if you ever get the opportunity, because it honestly was such an amazing thing. Now I'll do my best if I can. I'll link their website down below, and I'll probably also put in their Instagrams, well, Instagram and their Facebook, I think is probably the same. But honestly, it was the best day. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. I know that the next thing that will be coming up is Katie and my mum's little Disney vlog series from their little trip in March that was kind of for my sister's birthday. Now I know these videos are kind of all over the place because we've got them coming out quite a bit later than we filmed them, but those will be coming soon. So hope you obviously have enjoyed this video, and I hope that you subscribe so then you can stay tuned to watch all their videos coming out, because they've shown me some of the footage and honestly they're the best time out there. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.